Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome to Nirmal, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hira Daria. We have with us Kunal Shah, head of Commodities Research, joining in. Kunal, welcome to the show. Clearly, if you go to see the dollar index is losing further ground, it's revisited levels of 90.40 already. With this, if you go to see the few other important events is the flash PMI in the US housing data. These are data points that we will be eyeing. How are you expecting to see the US dollar index from here on?
Okay, first of all, like I said, dollar index went up day before yesterday, mainly on account of two reasons. Number one, the US bond yields were shooting up, and hence we saw so 91 is the levels from where I'm not expecting dollar index to immediately move up. It tested 91, and from there it went down, and today testing and trading at 90.30. Okay, so globally, if you see the trend for dollar doesn't seems to be on the upside. The yields in near term has resulted in some short term movement, but overall, if you see, we are not going to see any significant amount of upside.
Right. So with that, how are you expecting gold and silver to move? Because gold has traded lower in today's session as well. With this bullion prices paired previous gains, yesterday's session it was a sixth straight decline that we saw. So there has been pressure. You are seeing a rise in bond yields, and that's something probably which is dampening the demand for the safe haven as well. So again, what would your view be?
Yeah, so very interesting question on gold and silver. Here from these levels, I am expecting some support to come in for both commodity. So, COVID vaccine, vaccination, good growth globally have led to the fall in gold and silver. These are not the levels to go short. Anything below 46,000 is not bearish for gold. So here, I'm expecting some pullback. Today is Friday. We can expect some pullback today itself, and I'm little bullish today, and I'm expecting gold to move up. Today's low is 45,860. Put a stop loss of 45,800. Go long, and tonight only you will see gold testing 46,250 to 46,350. So I'm expecting a sharp up move in the evening session.
Right. And what about silver?
Silver also, I'm expecting the same. Silver, you can go long around 68,000. Put a stop loss of 67,500 and expect it to test levels of 69,000 today.
Right. Moving from there on, Kunal, let's talk about crude as well. We are again back below that $60 per barrel mark. One event that has happened is the cold swap in the US has shut demand from refiners, and that's something which is putting pressure on crude oil inventories. Where does this entire event take us? And do you think that oil prices will start to come down from the $60 per barrel mark gradually, or this is just a one-off that you're seeing?
Yeah, so from yesterday evening, today morning, we are seeing the cold snack is getting moderated, and that is the good news. So already, why oil prices went up, I explained you everyone on Wednesday that 2 million barrels worth of oil was out of the market, and we saw a sharp up move on Wednesday. But now that news seems to be fading away. And another thing which has happened yesterday, Saudi Arabia came and said that they are willing to increase the production. So now this is going to lead to some capping of oil's upside. So I think 43.50, 43.60 in evening session. Sell in, go short in crude oil. 44.10 should be the stop loss, and on the downside 42.80 should be the target, because Saudi is resuming to produce more oil, and second, most important, the coal snag in US, which has brought 2 million barrels of halt in production, that is gradually will come back on stream. So not very bullish for oil, even not for gas. So gas is down from 240 to 220 today. Somebody was asking at morning in the group what needs to be done. I think 225, 226, good levels to go short. 231 should be the stop loss. 5 rupees stop loss is what I'm expecting. 218 should be a target.
Right. Kunal, that's with regards to crude. Now, moving on to base metals, previous gains have is something that most of the metals have already given out. Now, there is seen broad selling in commodities. Do you think that's on the back of the surge in the dollar strength that we saw and the surge in the bond yields? Because clearly, copper is trading off the 9-year high. From there on, if you talk about copper inventories as well, they are near their lowest since 2005. So, copper and iron ore, what is your sense on both these base metals?
So I on Wednesday I said for both these commodity go long. That's it. Crude and copper. These two commodity I was aggressively pushing for going long. And today you see the prices. Copper is almost trading at 668. And if you look at oil on Wednesday it moved up. So I think what we saw in copper is basically there is a growth projections of the world. So we are making our yearbook and we just saw that earlier in October, the World Bank, IMF have come up with a forecast of 0.3% growth in 2021. Now they are talking about 5% GDP growth. So what does this mean for commodity and base metals? It is very bullish. And on the other hand, the dollar index is strengthening. So even on Wednesday, people ask me whether this is the right time to go short in copper. And I said, still wait. And I'm telling you, still wait. It is not the right time to go short in metals. It can still move up. It can still surprise you on the upside. 665 go long. 672 should be the target. 662, 661 put a stop loss. Looks up. Nickel also I told very clearly looks up. 1350 I told that day it can test 1380. Said 1400. I would still say it still looks up. Friday some profit taking income, but around 1395, 1400, I will still recommend to go long. 1430, 1440 should be the target. Whichever commodity who are fundamentally well placed are going up. Aluminum still looks up 172.50, 172 go long. And on the upside, you can see levels of 175 to 176. So I'm expecting full bullish trend to continue going forward.
Right, so that's the bullish trend that's expected to continue as well from here on. I don't think so there are any questions coming in from participants as well. Thank you.
Hiral, I want feedback from all the participants. So if we can wait for 2 minutes, I
Sure.
want feedback of the webinar, whichever is going on. So all the 54 attendees, I just want the feedback. What is the feedback? Because we are doing this from long, and it will be great help for us whether to do any improvement or any feedback. So please, panelists, if you can write feedback on the message. I think we are not getting a lot of answers.
Yeah. I mean, guys will be grateful.
Okay.
There's only one answer that's come from Bhavna.
One Bhavna, one Abhishek saying, please, everyone, it is anything which you want me to do, uh, uh, which you want from this webinar, and
Yeah, if you
you're
want anything to be incorporated in the webinar, which we are missing out on, you can always put up a comment on the same. If not today, you can put up a comment on Monday when we are just about to start the webinar or before the webinar, so we can incorporate all those ideas as well, which you have.
okay. So we got some feedback. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
And uh, I hope just 1 minute, Hiral, it's if people are writing.
Yeah.
Okay. ठीक है. Okay, Hiral. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.